Hi, this is Aaron. Today is Sunday the 22nd of September and it's day 22 on the allotment. I've actually been here a little while today. It's really interesting actually because there's been quite a few of my allotment neighbours out today, and probably more than I've ever seen here before on a Sunday. So everyone's getting ready and getting things done. As I say, I've been here a while and I've been working away, maybe sort of 3 hours or so. And so let's take a look around and see what I've managed to get done so far. The biggest change is that round at the very top end of the allotment, I've cut down all of the stalks for the potatoes. I was a bit worried that there was blight in the area. I've had a Blightwatch. I've joined something called Blightwatch, which is run by the Potato Council, and it lets you know if blight is in your area. And so I signed up to that, and I've received a couple of blight alerts. So being forever paranoid about blight, I've decided to cut the tops off, and so we'll leave those in the ground, and we'll dig those up probably next weekend. Now the other big thing, if we look along here, is that all of the tomatoes have been given a haircut. And what I've done is I've cut out all of the suckers, and I've removed branches and really exposed the fruit so that the sun, I mean, hopefully you can see it now, that all of the actual tomatoes itself are all looking, very much out in the open. So hopefully now that it's like that, I can manage to ripen these off quickly so that I can eat them. So that's the main thing that's been done today. Everything else is pretty much as you've seen it, although I have really started to think about this, and my plot is an absolute pigsty, so I need to be doing something about this quite soon. It's just been one of those things. I mean, okay, so today is the 22nd. The last time I was here was yesterday, and the time before that was the 9th. So, that's not that many visits throughout the month. And so this is another month that's got away from me. So, I've come down and I've also done lots of weeding. I want my tomatoes to have as best chance as they can. I've been sort of looking after my broad bean, I've been looking after my cabbages, I've been looking after what I hope are my raspberries. And so when I do that, then I just seem to always run out of time for digging. And I started thinking, and I mean, for an allotment this size, which isn't a big allotment at all, you really need to be devoting 10 to 15 hours a week in order to keep on top of everything, so that on a weekend you could then spend time doing some digging, because it's when I've done that, that's when I've made the time. But all too frequently I've only really been working on it for maybe 10 hours or sometimes 8 hours or 5 hours during the week. And in that situation, if you then miss a week or 2 weeks, you're always going to come back and you're always going to be back where you started. And that's something that's happened to me several times, that I've kept saying, right, I'm going to do some digging, I'm going to get the next bed dig, I'm going to get this planted and that planted, and then you spend your time weeding and pruning and just keeping what you've got going. And so I've not had the time to do that. So that, I think, really does indicate the amount of effort that you need to put into an allotment. I need to up my game. Of course, as we get through autumn into the beginning of winter, there will be less growing, and so there won't be an awful lot else going on, and so I can devote my time to it. So I'm not panicking yet. If it gets to February and I'm still in this state, then I will not be happy with myself. So that's all part of the learning experience, and it's important to stay upbeat, which I am, and to recognise where your limitations are, and as I say, just get done what you can do. Hopefully the effort that I've put in means that I'm actually going to get some tomatoes, and I have noticed that over in my second tomato bed that I've also got some tomatoes in there, so Lord knows what could happen there. I may actually get some tomatoes out of this second bed, which would be incredible, but highly unlikely. And as you can probably see, the light's really starting to fade now. I've got to be careful because I don't have the lights for my bicycle, so I do have to make it home before sunset. So I'm going to leave it there. This is just a short one this time. That was day 22. We did quite a lot of catching up, and I'll see you next time for day 23 on the allotment. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.